get some loot, but most importantly, there's always guaranteed fireflies there. That means you can immediately pick up your ult and then head straight up into Eventide Temple, where you know there's going to be two teams going head to head, and third party those teams having a resource you know they're not capable of having yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're seeing TM taking on SD in a fight here. Are just going to get himself pretty heavily chunked out here. Just go for the cheeky freeze, breaks that immediately. Does get a clang off, and Pampy pretty low HP here. SD, they do bring in an extra player. Blue Pepsi has picked up some blue armor for themselves at the moment, as Dumpling is going to get a bit of a recovery off, immediately lose a whole bunch of health again, recovers a little bit more. And this is just getting messy. Akame actually tidying up a whole bunch of people as TM able to win out on that fight. And I just want to take this moment to quickly go back and talk about the about these transformer comps and like the hero usage and the hero points, because what we were seeing from some players was them feeling maybe a little bit more comfortable in kind of dividing and conquering. So they'll take the UA Shen in one comp and then they'll take the monk in the other comp, and basically not put all their eggs in one basket. Wolves, are they losing this? This is coming down to a 1v1.
It is a 1v1 right now between Roy Hihu, who was the player yesterday in Game 6 who walked away with 6 eliminations. So the 1v1 where he wants to be really in this particular fight. One Fang, though, unfortunately, Roy using that shorter stun, One Fang able to get up where he's in an advantage, able to catch the freeze out. Roy with a 1 HP gets the F2 off, but it's not going to be enough, as Wolves going to be able to come over and start the resurrection on his teams here. It's going to be interesting to see if ENGC goes and gives them the salty run back, but Wolves finding themselves on top of that particular fight and off to a very good start with 3 eliminations under their belt and all of Eventide for them to loot.
But WBG are kicking off with 4. So that is a very, very interesting bit. They're just playing so much more aggressive. They're feeling so much more confident. WBG, maybe they were just pretending during Season 2. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. But YZG, CXC finds himself in trouble. Great F ability actually coming in from the Yoto just to get a bit of safety for his team. I don't know if he was able to survive that. Was just off my screen at the time, but YZG are being slammed. TM able to win this one as the Bane's breath comes down. Very, very clean fight there from TM, winning the fight versus YZG, a team who we've been very, very positive about. Praised this team time and time again. One of our regions who aren't CN able to take them down, as cutting over now to another team from a different region, VL from EU. It's been a pretty lackluster day from these guys, unfortunately. Are finding themselves in a fight versus the previous victors from the last game and the champions of the CN region, GG. Predator is going to quickly go down into the transformation, try and see if he can find a grab off onto somebody, but he is taking so much damage from GG, who's 3-3-0 is just raining the cannon down onto him, and I think he might be a little bit donezo, unfortunately. He's going to try and find a cheeky grab, but it's just not going to be enough. The cannons are raining in onto him, and he is down.
Yeah, really interesting here from Team GG as well. They started up top by where Secret Tunnel was. Access to those Fireflies. They were at the very north of the map, basically, and they find themselves all the way down on the southern side, heading towards Shadow Jade Mine there. So very interesting. They must have beelined immediately towards the south side of the map with some sort of purpose in mind, but clearly they find out VL and pick up themselves some early eliminations as well. ESK here going head-to-head with Team TM, the current kill leaders. TM down a member, though, as they try to lock down these members of ESK. It is a 2v2, but now it's turning into a 2v1, and it's a little too much for Pampy to handle here, as ESK is able to slide back in and grab Krez just in the nick of time. ESK picks up a couple of eliminations for themselves here, and TM's going to be sent back to the Soul Altar, but TM off to a very good start. 7 eliminations before you get sent back to the Resurrection Altar early on is very, very good for any team.
Yeah, it really is. 5 minutes on the clock here. They've still got plenty of time to work with. J-Team unable to find themselves a kill yet, and more our other EU team playing in today's games. Also on 0 kills, and unfortunately for EU, it has been a pretty rough day for these guys. They have not had the greatest showing so far, but J-Team and more both going to pop their Monk transformation. Sissy loses a fair amount of HP immediately. A grab comes in and a slam goes down. That's going to be the end of Coco, able to take them out nice and easy. And Sissy's transformation probably won't last long, especially when his final teammate who's alive is now down as well with him. And J-Team just found themselves a very easy, quick 3 kills. Yes, they had to burn 2 ultimates to do it, but that was a very, very confident fight from J-Team.
Yeah, J-Team played that very, very well. And look, doing it smart, right? Using the Yueshon to separate the solos away from the Monk so that the Monk can't body block the grabs for them is just a smart strategy, right? Because then your Monk can pick up these straggling players, and all your team has to do is follow up onto your slams, and you can almost ignore the other Monk at that point, especially when only one player on your team's able to be grabbed. J-Team comes in, sees them, divides them, and conquers. WBG down here off to a pretty decent start as well, 4 eliminations. This was a team at the very beginning of the day, Jake. You were very verbal about their performance has been very lackluster, but honestly, they've shown consistency throughout these last 2 games, and here in game 3 they are continuing to keep that aggression coming forward, and if they keep this up by the end of the day, they are definitely going to rock themselves up an MVP, because they only seem to be getting better and better as the day goes, Jake.
I said it at the beginning of the day. I am willing to eat my words, but I am gonna reserve the feast until the last possible moment. We'll see. WBG are looking infinitely better than what we saw from them in domestically, but I will hold off until we get, a little bit more as the higher you climb, further you fall, I guess. It's probably the best way to look at that. There is a world where this could go wrong for them. Anyway, Roma Yang spawning up. This is when it gets spicy. This is when it gets nice and feisty. We'll see who's going to be going into where. AWG got the Bane's Breath down in the area as well, so nobody is going to be thinking about coming and within a country mile of them. Seeing if they can contest, as EWG just going to wait this out and wait for the spawn to come through. See where they can go. GG are going to be a team coming in, and I am curious what teams we're going to be put up against too. I kind of want like a GG versus WBG fight, just to see how these guys actually fare. Because it's one of the few times where you do get like a true 3v3, where there's no risk of the third party. It's not down to the end circle and the zone forcing you in. It is just an arena is set up, and you just go in as GG will be taking EWG. So this will be an interesting one on this side. Miss Kia is able to drop down in. We have SD versus ESK. So 2 teams from the non-CN regions. And here we go, EWG versus GG. This one is going to be an interesting one. The Monk transformation already broken out immediately. Iran, with the repeating crossbow into him, is just lost so much health already. That is horrible for him, but the slam from 330 should be enough to save the day as he gets the slam down. 2 members of GG get slammed by Iran, though, as he is doing some serious work. Now the shove back comes in, and 330 just needs to finish Iran up. He's going to chase him around the edge. The repeating crossbow comes in. There's another grab, tries to go out, but it's not going to happen, and the D transformation is there. 330 now feels confident to jump into Iran's pocket and finish him up, putting the stamp down on this Monk. Bell popped, but it's a little early. 330 also popping the bell himself just to avoid the clang for now. The Uashens are going to be going in, but Uran looks for the turnaround onto 330, gets the slam down, strips him of his armor as he needs to see if he can get the turnaround onto Uran, as another meter dump from these nunchucks is coming forward. 330 able to take down Sansi here as Uran rocking absolutely no armor. Cannon fire will finish him up, and 330 and the rest of GG will be victorious here. Meanwhile, ESK win over on their side.
Yeah, absolutely massive for Team GG here. They need to go loot those other two bodies as well. Or, well, that's right. They can't loot those bodies. But no, EWG there with 2 Dragon's Roars, by the way. Massive Soul Jades for them. So hopefully they're going to be able to come out and respawn and find some eliminations for themselves here off the back of the gear that they still hold on. Because they are on that timer. You can see it to the left-hand side of the screen there. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And they need to find some eliminations and pick up those Soul Bloom Essences so they can wash that sadness away from them, because I do believe EWG had a flawless record in the realm of Yang in the last 2 games. They had not lost one of those matchups yet, and this was the first time we see EWG lose one, and it's to the current champions from season 2, Team GG.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna lose a 1v1 or a 3v3 to anybody, I guess, you know, at least you can go, well, we did lose to one of the best teams, so yeah, it was a close one. But you don't want to be losing to a team at the bottom. That'd be a little bit pride denting. Probably the best way to word it is XCG get themselves a rebirth charm. And you know what? A team who we were quite excited about did have a good game 1, but so far I'm not overly sold yet. I mean, I'm not gonna say they look bad, but they definitely don't look as consistently strong as they were during the regular season. So eyes definitely on them, but EWG finding themselves in a fight here versus VL. Obviously, EWG looking to probably take themselves the victory here. Getting 1 grab, looking for that second. Those repeated crossbows are so effective versus the monkey. Such a big target. It's just consistent damage that like burns through that health bar. You can see now, actually, they're feeling comfortable enough to jump into Uran's pocket. He's not even going to get the slam out because he is down. ESK find themselves the victory. They got the Bird's Might as well, so they're very comfortable to do so.
Yeah, ESK coming in with a very clean third party here. EWG able to, at least, it looks like one of them to get the Soul Bloom Essence that they need there. So the timer off their back, but they lose Yiran to do it. So now they are once again on a timer to go ahead and find a resurrection charm before there are no more resurrection charms available in this game, so that they can have their full comp back in the pocket. And unfortunately, you know, with those comps, you put most of your best gear on your monk. So losing Yiran means they are down gear as well. And they're going to have to look to re-gear back up Yiran if they get him back into the game. So we see SD giving chase to more here, looking to go ahead and pick up some elimination. CC gets caught out and takes quite a bit of damage here from the likes of Wayfarer and Dumpling. Dumpling looking to go in, but CC is going to find the monk transformation, is going to find Dumpling as well in his first grab. Lao Wang here trying to come through and pump some damage out onto Dumpling. Dumpling gets sent flying. The regrab does not come through. The Kurumi ult comes in, buys Dumpling the time he needs to get the Yueshon ult off, and more finds themselves on the receiving end of some pain they were not looking for. We're going to see the Temi ult come out to buy CC time to try to get away from this so he can get a reset off, because he goes very, very low. Only half health. Looks like he's able to get a couple of shield pots off here as SD now pressures in heavily onto more. Dumpling putting in absolute work on the Yueshon. That transformation not going to last too much longer, though. He needs to be careful about where he finds himself de-transforming. There it is, Dumpling very, very low. Coco, though, also very low, in that transformation about to end. Wave Forever trying to get the grab off onto Coco as SD continues to push this. The rest of more trying to push in from behind, but SD manages to split Co off, and that is going to be it as SD picks up one of those eliminations, and CC and Lao Wang are going to be forced to back off of this fight.
Very, very good fight there coming in from SD. I just had a brain fart on how to, like, break down a fight. My brain just, oh, no, it happened. They got Yang. We need to give it a cool name. We need to give that, like, that name. What are we gonna call it? This is a replay. Previous fight.
Yeah, this is a replay of the fight here between I do believe SD and ESK.
I feel Get Yang is quite a good one. Like, you just got Yang.
You just got Yang. We'll have to discuss that one off broadcast and figure out a cool one for that.
Oh, I know. This is the perfect time. I think this is the time to talk about it. You know, they got Yang. Get Yanged, kid. That's when you die to the brief period of time. I like it. You know what? I'm coining it. That's the official term. I'm sure nobody has a problem with me giving things in the game official terms. If you die to the Realm of Yang debuff before you can get Soul Blue Messes, you got yanged. There we go. Anyway, Pampy is looking to jump in. YZG, are they actually just ambushing outside the Realm of Yang here? They just jump in.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Way.
You just walk in.
No way.
No, if they actually catch a Kame out here, YZG goes in with a 3-2. No, wait, they missed the opportunity to go in. What a turn of events!
That is tragic. So TM, they might lose the player, but they get the free Mora's blessing. Oh,
you have to take Draco here. You can't take no. This team's waiting in the wings for you. If you're gonna win this fight 2v3, you take Draco. What is Uni doing?
He's
You're just trying to.
What just happened, man? That was almost, that was so big brain, by the way, to like take them out, then jump in and have a 2v3. But they just a little bit too slow to it.
Look,
oh my God.
They have the Resurrection Charm to get a Kame back, but at this point, take the Draco Storm so that you can turn this fight. A Kame's just going to get caught out here by YZG again. There's no place for a Kame to go. TM takes the Resurrection Charm, brings the Kame back, and all they've done is filter more points into YZG.
That was, yeah, I mean, a comedy of errors is probably the best way to word that. WBG did get the Draco Storm from there. I believe they were in a Realm of Yang. I didn't see who they were fighting. They might have just got a freebie as well. But WBG, pretty terrifying right now. Now TM needs to somehow find another Mora's Blessing to get another Rebirth Charm. That was, yeah, a bit of a fumble from TM there. And considering they've got 8 kills, like, they want this game to go for them. They want this game to go well. I mean, you can see the overall points today, how many points have been earned by these teams. And, you know, even though they are leading the charge with 8 kills, if they have a good enough game, they could jump up a fair few places in the overall standings. Right now, GG are leading the charge with YZG in second, 17JL are in third, EWG fourth, Wolves are in fifth, XCG in sixth, and then WBG are in 7th place. The top 7 are all CN teams. JT are the only one because of how well TM's game is going. JT are the only CN team not on the top end of the table right now.
Yeah, this has been a very, very interesting 3 games thus far. But man, TM, some very interesting choices. They are able to get their player back though. So at the end of the day, you know, their team is assembled. They've got 8 eliminations under their belt, getting right ahead in the end game. ESK though, with 10 eliminations into the double digits with that Transformers comp heading to late game, this could be a good game for ESK as well, as they also came out on top on one of those Realms of Yang. As we were talking, WBG picks up another kill here. That's 2 kills they picked up as they move up into 5th place now off the back of that. 6 eliminations to their name this game. Wolves got a lot of work to put in here as TM here. Wait, does TM lose another member along the way here? Akami is back. Somewhere a member of TM gets caught out here. I do believe maybe it was the player that WBG picked up. I was so caught up in talking about what WBG is doing, I didn't realize TM makes yet another mistake as their Tumult gets caught out. 17JL going head to head here with a J. Oh my goodness, J-Team catches the grab off of the Yodo ult. Huge for Eagle, but now this is really smart from XCG. They see their Yodo get grabbed out of their ult. They Wu Chen ult away and immediately turn back in, knowing that J-Team only has 1 ult to their name. Eagle easily gets picked up here. He's got no place to go as the Yueshan not able to cover him here. XCG picks up a very quick elimination. 17JL sees Lee caught out by themselves, and they are more than happy to pressure this to pick up an elimination as well. He turns it around with the Dragon's Roar, but the zone tick just constantly pommeling him, and 17JL is going to pick up Lee from J-Team as well. ZK hiding in a bush at the edge of the zone.
Yeah, it's gonna slowly work his way back in. Now, 17JL needs to be careful because XCG could gatekeep the edge of the zone. They're going to see 17JL move in, and Benchu, low HP, is having to reset and get a bit of a heal up within that zone just to get themselves back to safety, but XCG hunting the 17 JL members here. They're going to repair over the ridgeline, and now HQ is going to be aware of where these guys are. I was going to play it a little bit more calm, a little bit more controlled for now, but now it feels like the chase is on. Now it feels like XCG, they want to take this fight. They missed the grapple. Slows down the tempo of the chase quite a lot, and as long as 17 JL do the next few bits of movement right, they should be able to buy themselves some space. I say that, and Xiaonan actually going to jump in forwards here with the ultimate, try and catch out the 17 JL member AS. Down he goes.
Yeah, no place for AS to go here, unfortunately. Great use of the ult from Xiaonan, right? Because AS gets caught separated from his team, but he can just go back topside with his team. Xiaonan puts himself between the two of them and pops the ultimate and says, yeah, you can climb that cliff, but you're going to get stunned. And if your team comes down here, they're going to get stunned. He literally forces them apart from one another. AS has no choice but to retreat down the backside of the rock. He's able to get away from the ultimate, but not able to get away from the team. And they're able to pick up the straggler there from 17 JL. And it's just a free elimination for the pop of one ultimate. Generally speaking, you're gonna pop through. Oh my goodness, EWG getting hit with a huge, massive damage coming in from the Bane's Breath, doing a ton of damage. We're gonna see. They get a Blood Ripper from this as well. Oh my goodness.
No, come on!
Oh my god, EWG!
They've eaten 3 now. Santi! Oh! Oh god! I've never been so scared in my life. It's a horror film.
EWG just on the run from this Bane's Breath. TM also unfortunately eliminated here by WBG. While we're speaking, WBG with 8 eliminations to their name now. SD coming in on the likes of XCG, and oh my goodness, does SD miscalculate as XCG turns around and obliterates Way forever. He disappears in the blink of an eye, caught in the dual blade stagger, and the rest of the team follows it up, and into the maws of XCG goes SD.
Another kill under their belt, their 5th one of this game. EWG over here. Still very equipped. Got the golden blood ripper for you, Ran. Let's see how he's going to use that one. Pretty hard to use a blood ripper in a... Wow, that's 5 soul jades. Five golden soul jades on Xiaolue. It's quite hard to use the blood ripper in a monk lobby because you're just running around and you're just such an easy target to grab. Like, yeah, you're running around so you got a bit of movement and dodging, but like, you're not grappling, you're not double jumping, you're just, you know, trying to cut people's ankles off. So, a bit of a sad one. It's always a meme weapon, and I do like it when it comes up, but it doesn't quite do enough.
Look, it's very much a cheese weapon, right? Don't get me wrong. We love to see it. It's hilarious when we get to watch somebody die to it. I myself have farmed some great clips with the likes of Blood Ripper, but that's really all it is, right? And these players aren't here to farm clips. They are here to play the game, win the world championship, and walk away with some huge money and respect, right? Now, that said, Yiron, of course, is not going to pass up on having a gold weapon to hot swap into when he transforms into Monk, right? He wants to have that extra damage when he transforms. He holds it in the back pocket. The second he needs to transform, he's going to hot swap straight into that Blood Ripper and be ready to go. Or you can do what he's doing here as well. You can threaten space with it, right? Nobody wants to walk straight into a Blood Ripper. It's just not a great position to be in. And they know if they clank onto that Blood Ripper, he's just going to swap to his main weapon and not bother trying to cheese it out. He's using it here also to just cover the box for his team here. And they're not having to expend an ultimate for this box right now. EWG literally takes this Moore's Blessing for free. And now Zhao Liu, their other transformer, also going to be walking around with legendary armor and a set of legendary nunchucks. And he is going to be a force to be reckoned with here as he picks up a couple more legendary soul jades as well. This comp coming together very well. Sanzi actually not with the legendary armor. They put it on Zhao Liu. I misspoke there. I thought Zhao Liu was their Yueshun, but it's actually Sanzi. So Sanzi with the blue armor, very interesting choice for their particular comp at the moment. That said, they might just be looking for the opportunity to do a quick armor swap here. YZG sitting on top. YZG, it's been a very interesting team to watch today. They haven't had the games we're used to seeing out of YZG. It's almost like they get to the end zone and they've got the football in hand, but they just fumble it right before they can get to that end zone and score the points they're really looking to. And that's typically where YZG excels, is in those final circles.
Absolutely. YZG are a late game team. And to be fair, I think a lot of the teams in this lobby and in this game are late game teams. Like Wolves, definitely not. Wolves are an early to mid game team who have been working on their late game and have been recovering. With WBG, late game team, YZG, late game team, GG, late game team. Like a lot of like the kind of front runners and the teams who we have got our eyes on are late game teams. So it's a fairly interesting lobby in that sense where, you know, even that being said, this is the most players we've seen come to this point in the game. There's 28 players. So, you know, still less than we used to domestically over in CN. So a little bit of an interesting one. Moore's Sissy able to find a grab here. Repeating crossbow means that is an easy kill onto VL.
Yeah, Yaku there's nothing he can do. No team to support him there. He's just stuck and caught out. Wolves here, 14 getting caught out by GG's 330. He's just trying to survive as he steps into the zone. There's not a lot of place for him to move off to here. The two remaining members, no, all of Wolves is still alive. I'm not seeing where the rest of Wolves is, but he's trying to get back to his team here. Yiran gonna get picked up by XCG. Miskia gonna pick up ESK's Krez as well. ESK, the top leading team right now, down to a single member now. Yeah, boy, just trying to hold on as he Yueshans here. The Terracotta Warrior gonna go away, and he needs to stay alive because there are a lot of teams eliminated here, but a lot of teams holding on by one player left in these 17 players, and every placement matters for him. WBG gonna pick up another elimination on to 17 JL here. WBG now leading the lobby with 11 eliminations. Wolves 14 caught out here by the likes of EWG's Sanzi. Sanzi looking to make the elimination. There it is. He is gonna find Wolves 14 with the jump of Wolves down to a single member left remaining alive here in game number 3. EWG loses Yiran yet again. The question is, will they be able to get him back up a second time? As more CC here is going to throw these hands out, is able to find a double grab, picks up Zhao Liu, and EWG Sanzi is going to go down to WBG, and it's 12 for 12 tied between ESK and WBG. Sleepwalker going to find Moore's Lao Wang and pick up yet another elimination here, bringing WBG to 13 eliminations. Jing going very low. The Wu Channel coming out and bringing him to safety for just a second. Wolves holding on at the top of the tree here, just trying to stay alive. More down to 2 members left alive. 2 eliminations under their belt here into the final circle, but not enough to help them make a comeback here. WBG Sleepwalker gonna find a stun onto GG's 330. Moore's Coup gonna get picked up here by GG's 330. The slam comes through and the confirm on the kill, as well as GG goes to 10. He's also gonna pick up ESK's Yeah Boy. The last remaining member of ESK is going to be eliminated by GG's Miskia, and it looks like it could be coming up at GG once again here. It's between WBG, GG, and the likes of these stragglers left remaining alive. WBG sends 330. Will ZU sends him into the zone. ZU picks up an elimination. WBG gets rid of the biggest problem from Team GG, which is of course going to be 330. LXM Tether trying to get the resurrection. But no, WBG gets eliminated here at the hands of Miskia. Sleepwalker also gets eliminated. Just a Jing left remaining for WBG. A Viper stun coming in from the likes of YZG's CXE, able to get a couple of stuns out, and WBG goes down to GG's LXM. GG looks to do the back-to-back champions here. Sorry, not champions, back-to-back victories here. MVPs in our world championship. Wolves GU is going to find an ultimate onto 330. Does some big damage here. 330, though, going to find an ultimate of his own. The Karumi cover here for this team. Karumi being pivotal for the likes of Team GG. It's GU just trying not to feed any more points into GG, but the musket shot comes through. There's nothing Wolves can do. Miskia picks up the elimination, and it all comes up Team GG again in game number 3.
GG pulling it out 2 games in a row. Really, really good stuff from these guys. I thought WBG were about to
They call you good, it's the only because they stay in the jar.
Gotta thank for the things she got, wish make me take the